Well, yeah, I'm excited to be here. So I'm the last speaker, okay? So you guys are like, let's wrap it up. But no, I'm excited to be here. As you mentioned, I'm a product specialist at NexHealth. And so I meet with, honestly, usually about probably a little over 100 offices each week. And looking forward to spending some time with you guys. So, just so you guys kind of know what to expect, hoping to cover kind of the new era of the patient expectations. And then we'll dive into the challenges that the office staff faces. And then 7 steps to create a modern patient journey. And then my very, very favorite part, a live demo of NexHealth. I think that's where we're going to win your hearts over. And then a quick Q&A if we have time, okay? Does that sound good? Give me a thumbs up, that sounds good? Love it. Okay. So real quick, I want you guys to think about like how you got here today, okay? Raise your hand if you had to get on a flight. All right? A few? I know my 4-hour flight felt a little bit more like 14 because of the most vocal 1-year-old I've ever met in my life that was sitting behind me, like the whole way. It was a good thing I had football on to get me through, but yeah, it was long. But think about how you booked that flight, okay? Also, raise your hand if you had to take an Uber or Lyft to the airport or here to the conference itself. Raise the hands. Okay. What was that? Lyft, yeah. It's the new Uber. Yellow cab, the classic. New York, I love it. So, your patients, they're having these same experiences, right? When they're requesting a ride. Now, like when you order food, I've used that a lot the last couple days. You can just order some drinks and they just show up at my hotel. It's crazy. Also, like when it comes to movie tickets, right? Hop on, see what seats are available, and then booking a vacation. And so, really, these one-click wonders have really changed and reset the patient's expectations that we have nowadays. And they expect that same convenience when it comes to when they communicate with the staff. Okay. So something that was interesting. And this number really popped out at me when we first did this study, but it made a lot of sense. And so those offices that we work with that offer an online booking, 75% of their bookings took place after office hours. Okay, 75%, which is like, wow. But also like, that makes sense. People are usually pretty busy during the day, right? Usually working, makes sense. And then some challenges that the staff sees. Like, it's no secret that there's some extra challenges right now when it comes to just hiring. But I talk to a lot of offices each week, and I'll hear anywhere from managing appointments on the phone, handling intake forms. So a lot of time taken handling those forms, sending reminders, people that aren't confirming. Trying to chase them down. Like, hey, are you showing up? Are you coming? Why aren't you responding to me? What's going on? Yeah, I see a lot of head nods for that, yeah. And then collecting payments, overdue payments, okay? And lots of more, but those are kind of top of mind. Another interesting number that we did is 40% of dental practices spend 3+ hours a day just managing their schedule. That's a lot of time. It's a lot of time, right? So, the good news is we have a solution. All right, that's the good news. And so really the 7 steps to create the patient journey of the future. When you think about like how patients go about finding a new dentist, usually they're going to Google, right? They're searching dentist near me. There's no secret about that. Google is definitely king, right? And so I want you guys to tell me, if you were looking for a new dentist and you had 2 options, which one would you guys pick? Maybe the one on the right? Looks like people are having some good experiences. They're happy, right? We like to see that. Also, how are patients able to schedule? Do they have to go to the phone? Let's be honest, like people nowadays will really do anything they can to prevent a phone call, right? Everyone's smiling because it's true. Like, hey, just send me a text. I don't got time for a phone call right now. I'm in the middle of something really important. Maybe I'm watching a game or whatever it is, but it's really important, right? And so, then also reminders. Are we sending, save the date reminders? Or are we sending just like generic text messages that are more nagging? Or are we being helpful in our reminders? Because that really changes how they respond to those, okay? So keep that in mind. And also the paperwork. The paperwork. And so I'll talk to a lot of office managers each day, and it is amazing how much time people spend helping people fill out paperwork, scanning it in, to the document center, keying in the information. Sometimes there's an error, it's coming back. I mean, people spend a lot of time with paperwork. And then also collections, right? Postage is super expensive nowadays, but people get so much junk mail when they get it. Are you having a solution where it's easy for them to pay? Is there a way for them to do it right from their phone? Everyone has their phone information or their card information saved on their phone nowadays. Like, I forgot where I was, but I was checking out something. I had to put my card information in because I wasn't reading my face. And for some reason, I kept on getting my code wrong. I mean, that was like the most annoying thing ever. But convenience is key with those collections. And then afterwards, how are we helping make sure we're on the right side rather than the left when it comes to the reviews, right? The positive feedback. Are we being selective with who we're sending it to and forgetting? Or is there a simple solution for patients to be able to share that feedback? And then getting people back in. It's a whole another story, right? Getting people back in. So, I wanted to hurry to get to here because I want to show you that there's good news when it comes to NexHealth and the solutions that we have. So let me swipe over here. First off, when it comes to reviews are definitely king, obviously. So with NexHealth, what we do is we actually get specific with like what type of appointment you want to send reviews to. Is it new patients? Maybe it's implant patients, maybe Invisalign patients, but we can get specific with what type of appointment we want these to go to. And you can customize the wording. Hey, how was your experience with us? We really value your input. How would you rate your experience from 1 to 5 star? If I'm happy, and also you can customize the time of day this goes out. Some people, we always recommend like 7 p.m. actually. That's where you get the most responses. And people aren't numb anymore. They just got food and they're telling me they're in a good mood. And that's when usually you'll get the most responses. But if I'm happy, I'm in a good mood, and I click 5 or 4 star, we'll redirect them right to your Google profile page where they can post that review. Okay? Just a few clicks. Very easy, very simple, and that's the key behind that. Regardless of what you do, there's going to be people that have a bad day, right? Regardless of what you do. If they do click, terrible, poor, or average, 1, 2, or 3, we actually still let them share their feedback, but that's all internally to collect how can we improve their care, okay? Let's not go in public for the world to see about how they're having a bad day, but it's, hey, why are they saying what they're saying? How can we do better next time, okay? So that's how we have when it comes to the solution to the reviews. But really that's just half the battle, because usually when someone's looking at these reviews, it's usually after they got off work, right? During the day is usually the busiest time for everyone. So usually they're scrolling, they hop over, they're looking at reviews, they're searching dentist near me. There's so much traffic that happens after hours. You guys can see this on your guys' websites, the analytics, just how many people hop on your website after hours compared to during the day. So with NexHealth, the goal is to make sure wherever the patient finds you, whether it's Facebook, okay, we're posted on Facebook, they see something, or they're part of a group for their neighborhood. That's been really common lately. Someone's like, hey, what dentist do you guys use? And they post your guys' link to your guys' Facebook page. Or even Instagram. On Instagram, it's also getting very, very popular nowadays. People love seeing the before and afters, and they think, hey, that's me. I can see myself going from that before to after. Right there in that post, as well as on top, you can put the scheduling. And then directly from the website itself, okay? And so the goal is, this is going to be connected to your practice software in real time. By the way, we're syncing every 15 seconds bidirectionally. But the goal is to make sure we're capturing those patients, but also it's on our terms and they're qualified patients, right? That's the goal here. And so if I'm a patient and I land on your website and I click book now, You guys get to offer whatever type of appointments you want to. Totally up to you guys. Some offices, just new patients, maybe things we're marketing. You can literally offer whatever type of appointments you want to. We even can make sure it's the right type of insurance. Like maybe you guys are trying to stay away from HMOs. Maybe you just want PPOs. Maybe you want more cash pay patients, okay? So you can specify what's our ideal patient here. And as long as it is one of those, we then are able to show them the availability with your guys' photos, okay? Patient can click on the time that works for them. Hey, I'm doing a half day Monday. I can do this. Schedule for me. And then you also can get whatever information you want to on this booking form. It's completely customizable. Some offices, they actually will use this more for marketing. So like the Smiles, for example. They say at the bottom, also, are you interested in Invisalign or implants? So not only do we have a new patient but with the insurance we want, but also we know they're interested in Invisalign or implants. That's a win-win for most offices, right? Also, maybe, hey, we just want like really, really sticky patients. Maybe we just want those that are willing to give us their card information to be able to schedule, okay? Worst case is you guys are able to charge a cancellation fee. So you're still making $50 from this patient. That's worst case, right? So literally customize it to get whatever you want. And then there's two options. Most offices do have us just write that appointment onto the schedule, and we are able to do that. We can even create it with the procedure codes, which is pretty cool, right? Or we can just throw a block on that schedule and protect that time and let you guys look at, okay, this patient wants to come in at this time, here's the insurance, here's what's going on, and you guys can confirm it. Or worst case, cancel or click on the details and text them back and say, hey, what about 4:30? They say yes, you change it, and then confirm it, okay? So you still have the control. Most offices, honestly, that I work with, they'll start doing it where they confirm, and they're like, hey, everything's going where it's supposed to, let's just like automate that, and then they automate the process. But we give you the option. You click confirm, we'll read that it's a new patient, okay? Automatically. So we'll read, this is a new patient. We'll automatically send them a new patient welcome text or email. It says, hey, welcome to the family, whatever wording you guys want. But most importantly, we'll say, hey, please make sure you fill out these forms before you show up. This is required, right? They click right here. We take them right over to your guys' specific forms. Raise of hands, how many people do like new patient photos? Okay. Sometimes those are awkward, right? Sometimes not. Sometimes we're just using the driver's license picture. For me, it's like the worst picture of all time. I hate it, so hopefully my office isn't doing that. But the patient can even upload a photo themselves if they really like. It'll become their picture, okay? Or hey, let's grab a picture of driver's license. We can do that as well. Or insurance. I'm sure a lot of you guys will relate to this on the insurance side. Up on top, we need your dental insurance, not your medical insurance. They are different, right? Anyone that knows, right? Absolutely. Snag a picture of that. Any health history, demographic information, all of that. Most people have that pretty much saved on their phone, so when they're filling it out, it's just suggested to them. The beautiful part too is, as a patient, when I'm done signing this, I just sign it with my finger. For example, do we have any people using Dentrix? About EagleSoft. Okay. Open Dental. Okay. Usually hits like most people right there. But regardless, pretty much all of your major practice softwares, when I'm done filling this out as a patient, not only do we put a copy, like for Dentrix, for example, not only do we put a copy in the document center, but also under Family File, we're keying in all that information. Okay? Even alerts, conditions, medications. Pretty cool, huh? Saves the staff a lot of time. A lot of time. Absolutely. And it really increases the chances of me showing up for my appointment as well. Okay? And that's not just for new patients, also existing patients. Because again, we're not just sending like generic texts to remind them they're nagging. We're able to read what type of appointment are they coming in for. Let's make sure they're prepared for that. Existing patient, we need an updated health history form. We can include that into the reminder automatically. We can even include different consents automatically. Okay, so it's tailored to why they're coming in. Staff doesn't have to call someone to remind them not to eat or to take medication. We can automate that completely for you guys. It's a game changer. And then we even can read if they have or haven't confirmed and change the reminder that goes out. A lot of people are chasing down people that haven't confirmed, right? Yeah? Like, hey, it's me again. Just leave another voicemail. Please call me back. Like, really, please. We need to know if you're coming or not. We can automatically read they haven't confirmed and send a completely different text. So maybe like a reminder of their cancellation policy. Or, hey, if you don't confirm this within X amount of time, we're going to have to give this appointment away. So it really addresses those and gets a lot more response, okay? So the reminders, they're a lot more helpful reminders rather than just kind of a nagging text or sending something. Then also getting patients back in. How many can relate to this? Trying to get patients back in. Where it's like, right? Obviously, like we're pre-appointing, right? That's always the goal. But a lot of times things come up in between then. Hey, I forgot I have to go to this wedding I really don't want to go to, but I have to, like, so sorry. And then I need to look at my schedule, then I'll get back to you. And then months go by and we're trying to chase them down. That's where people fall through the cracks. So what we can do, and this is honestly my favorite feature, to be honest with you guys. What we can do, when a patient's due or overdue, instead of sending them a text that says you're due, call or text us, I mean, let's be honest, usually you don't get a lot of responses from those. And you end up just calling. And then it's even harder to get a hold of them, you're leaving voicemails, okay? A lot of outreach. To streamline that whole process, and similar to what other people are expecting with everything else in the world, I mean, the reason why Amazon is the convenience, right? And so when someone's due or overdue, we'll send them a text or email and show them the next openings, okay? So as a patient, it's like, oh, this is awesome. Yeah, I'm doing a half day Monday. I can do 8 a.m. I just have to click on 8 a.m. and we can either just create that appointment automatically with the procedure codes, automatically send the forms, automatically get the reminders going, or we can just throw that block, right? Let you guys just look it over, make sure everything looks good, and say, Colby, awesome, and trying to get a hold of you, thanks for responding, click confirm, and then we'll put it on the schedule automatically with the procedure codes. Pretty cool, huh? Same concept if they canceled and didn't get rescheduled, okay? So same concept right here. A lot of these patients will fall through the cracks. They cancel, we're chasing them. We can read someone canceled and didn't get rescheduled and automatically send this to them. Say, hey, you're important to us. We want to make sure we get you back in. Here are some other times that are available. Which one works for you? Okay? There's also a tool too that we have for filling cancellations. A lot of offices I've been talking to lately have been talking about cancellations. Can anyone else relate to that? Seen a little bit more cancellations as of late? Yeah, absolutely. So we actually, for like dentures, for example, instead of you calling down the ASAP list, being generic with leaving a voicemail, someone calling you back after you gave it away and getting mad at you, we can just pull over the ASAP list, show it to you. You can take people off if you want to. We can send them a text, say, hey, this time opened up today or tomorrow. If it works for you, please respond C or one of those smart commands. Once they do, you guys get the request that says, hey, Colby wants to come in for that cancellation today. You can approve it. Once you approve it, we automatically let everyone else know, hey, that time's no longer available. We'll let you know if anything else opens up. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Pretty cool, huh? For sure. And so those are kind of, honestly, those are kind of like my favorite features. But as you can see, the difference in the patient experience, right? The convenience, how much time it saves for the staff. I mean, honestly, it's a game changer. It's fast, it's flexible, it's connected. And fast, I think literally we're syncing every 15 seconds, right? You don't have to worry about like other people where you're like an hour, 2 hours. So much changes within an hour, 2 hours. Like every 15 seconds, we're just reading what's changed, and then flexible to the patient. Most people are working during the day, okay? Usually the office is too. When they're closed, that's usually when, again, that statistic of the 75%, that's usually when people are wanting to like get those things like that done. Usually for me, it's after I get home, I'm reminded from my wife to do it. I'm like, oh yeah, forgot to do that, I need to do that. That's usually when I'm trying to do something like that. And then connected, okay? connected to your practice software, connected to the patients, and that convenience. But real quick, before we dive into, we also have some exciting news that I'll share with you guys. But real quick, I just wanted to see if we had just one or two questions for me, real quick. Okay? Does anyone have like one or two questions for me that we can address? And you don't have to, if you don't want to. Yes. Say that one more time. We do. Yeah. So what we do is usually we attach that to an existing patient profile, for example. And so whenever they're coming in and saying, hey, please make sure you have this updated before you show up. Worst case is they don't do it, and we can give you an iPad in the office that has what they said last time. 9 times out of 10 it's the same, right? They can look over it, or maybe they change one medication or something, and then sign it, and then we'll sync it back and update everything. Say that one more time. We're not going to give you the iPad. We're going to give you the technology to be able to use it on the iPad. Yeah. iPads are pretty cheap nowadays, though. So, and when you guys, it was crazy. I was talking to this office the other day. When you think about, she wants an iPad, huh? When you start thinking about the cost of paper, ink, and toner, it is getting more expensive, more expensive, more expensive. This office I was talking to last week was paying almost $300 a month just on paper, ink, and toner cost. $300 a month. I mean, like our forms only package is like less than half that. Like, it's crazy. That's not even counting the amount of time that's wasted of them doing that. So, blew my mind. Any other great questions? Yes.
How about cancellation? If you had to cancel the whole day, staff never missed it.
Great question. Great question. I live in Utah, so I can relate to that. Those winter storms, right? So what we can do with our campaign feature, this is actually a really cool feature. You want to make it as easy as possible for patients to know what's going on with the practice. So we actually have a lot of custom filters that we can just pull over from your practice software. So for that situation, for example, hey, we had 15 feet of snow. We're not going to be coming in the next couple days, You can just select everyone that's on the schedule for today and the next couple days. And when you click next, it will pull over just those patients. And you can already have a template that's saved. You can have as many as you want in there that says, hey, office closure, we're so sorry. But not only that, we can include the link for them to reschedule as well. So we're letting them know, hey, sorry this came up. Here are some other times that are available. We hope this storm flies over. Also, offices will use this too for like internal marketing. A lot of offices right now are trying to get like more implants, for example. So they can target everyone that's like a certain age and educate them on what they're doing with implants, and then explain it, make them feel comfortable, and then actually show consultations in that message. And we can track it too, so you see, okay, what's coming from what, who's responding. They can just respond to it, it just comes back into the messages as well. Let me pull this up. So, you guys are invited to one of the best parties known to New York City. Does that get you excited? Yeah? A smile? So we are doing this actually tonight, okay? And so it's at the top of the Standard. I've never been there. I heard it's a really cool place though. And we actually have some stuff on the side over here for you guys. Right, Lindy? Right there? Okay. So we got some stuff on the side for you guys when it comes to, especially if you want to link with me and get connected. Also, the invitation will be on there. But show up, have some cocktails, some bites, get connected. I believe our CEO is even going to be there. A really cool guy. He can relate to a lot of people. He was a receptionist back in the day when he was in undergrad school. Pretty cool. That's kind of what changed rerouted his career. Thank goodness. But yeah, you guys are definitely invited. And again, thank you so much for your guys' time. I really appreciate it. Please come by booth 809 too. We got like Apple Watches we're doing. We got gum. We got a lot of really cool hats that I just saw today that were really, really cool. So come swing by and we can have a more thorough conversation about how we can help your guys' practice. But thank you so much.